Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is a quick tutorial about what kind of yoga is best for me if I'm a beginner. So if you're new to yoga, you may be wondering, well, where do I start my practice? What's going to be an accessible practice that's right for me? So let me tell you a little bit about the different styles of yoga. So the style that you're probably going to resonate with more when you're starting your practice is called Hatha. So Hatha generally means it's a little bit more alignment based. It tends to move at a slower pace. Teachers are more inclined to offer modifications. We generally use props and things like that to support the practice. So that's a really great place to start. Now, a little bit more complex than that are styles that fall under the kind of vinyasa, flow, or power label. So in those styles of classes, we tend to incorporate breath and big flowing movements a little bit more. And the poses tend to be a little bit more challenging. So once you've gotten your feet wet in Hatha, know the names of the poses, know the different kinds of transitions, and have worked out really how to do the poses properly, then it would be a great idea to try a flow or a power class, which takes those same poses but puts them together in a more flowing manner. Other styles of yoga which you might enjoy trying out are restorative and yin. So the yin practice is a practice where we hold seated poses, hip stretches for long periods of time as a way to add tension to and stretch out and keep connective tissue healthy. Restorative yoga is sort of similar. We're holding poses which are very restful for longer times, but your body is completely supported. In other words, my intention is not to stretch anything. In restorative, it's really about relaxing the nervous system. So both of those styles, yin and restorative, would also be interesting styles for you to check out as a beginner, especially for yin if you're looking to kind of stretch yourself out if you happen to be tight. And for restorative, if you're really looking for something that's calming to your nervous system, that could be a good place to go. One more style to consider is something called hot yoga. Now, hot yoga can be very intense because the room is heated to about 40 degrees Celsius and there's some humidity there, so we tend to sweat. So the practice itself feels intense. However, the postures that you're doing in the hot yoga practice are also very accessible. So it's sort of similar to Hatha in that way, where you're doing poses that are really going to be appropriate for a wide variety of practitioners. The hot yoga practice as well doesn't put a lot of weight on the hands or the wrists or the shoulders. So if you have any injuries or are working with anything with your hands, wrists, or shoulders, the hot yoga practice can be a really nice way to warm up your body, strengthen and stretch out without worrying about being weight-bearing through your hands. So to summarize, if you're just starting out with your yoga practice, probably the best place to start is with a Hatha yoga practice. But you also may want to check out restorative, yin, or when we can go to the studios and have the temperature on, hot. And then eventually, once you get your feet wet and get the lay of the land, then vinyasa, flow, and power might be other things you may want to check out.